Hello everyone, I'm Third Wheel. Tonight I'm going to be covering the buffoonery that is the trans ban. What it means and what dirty dealings Donald Trump did to actually do this. So let's get into it. Yesterday, the real Donald Trump posted, "After consulting with my generals and military experts, please be advised that the United States government will not accept or allow transgender individuals to serve in any capacity in the U.S. military. Our military must be focused on decisive and overwhelming victory and cannot be burdened with the tremendous medical costs and disruption that transgender in the military would entail. Thank you." So, that's all fine and good if you are the far right. However, I kind of figured this was some type of deal making to try to get a certain bill passed. Well, I didn't have to look too far. Had to do some scouring outside of the usual. He's a hate monger. He's anti-trans. He's anti-lesbian, gay, and bi, and all this other bullshit. I found a site, Politico, who uncovered some facts here. So I'm going to get into this and hopefully we can get down to brass tacks. House Republicans were planning to pass a spending bill stacked with his campaign promises, including money to build his border wall with Mexico. But an internal House Republican fight over transgender troops was threatening to blow up the bill, and House GOP insiders feared they may not have the votes to pass the legislation because defense hawks wanted to ban the Pentagon-funded sex reassignment operations, something the GOP leaders wouldn't give them. They turned to Trump, who didn't hesitate. In the flash of a tweet, he announced that transgender troops would be banned altogether. Now, that's fucked up, especially when it comes over money. I believe no matter if you are MTF, FTM, you should have the right to serve your country. But let's look into this supposed health care that was going to be provided for transgender troops. So, did some digging again and found the Military Times article from September 19th, 2016. Pentagon to cover sex reassignment surgery for transgender active duty troops. Okay, so here's what this has to say on the basic coverage spending of the cost analysis of the troops in active duty. The military has not historically covered gender transition surgeries, though President Barack Obama did announce plans for it to begin doing so. The cost would be between $2.4 million and $8.4 million annually for transition-related costs, according to the R&D analysis commissioned by the Department of Defense. The group estimated there are between 1,320 to 6,630 active-duty transgender service people currently. A study in the New England Journal of Medicine in 2015 put the number at roughly 12,800 people and 4.2 million to 5.6 million, concluding that doctors agree that such care is medically necessary. This would be a military health care spending increase of 0.04 to 0.13%. Even in the most extreme case, it is 1/10 of the annual $84 million that the military spends on medication for erectile dysfunction. The relative cost drops into the 0.010% when taken in context of a Department of Defense budget as a whole, expected to be proposed at $640 billion. The F-35 fighter jet cost $1.5 trillion. Military bans cost taxpayers $437 million. So, that being said, I believe we need to reevaluate this whole idea of a trans ban, and I think Trump needs to balls up and learn how to tell certain constituents on the far right to suck his ass. Now, I'm usually more conservative leaning, but in this case, this is stupid. Now, do I think that we should necessarily cover these re-elective surgeries? I don't know. I don't really know anybody who is active duty and has dysphoria. I know a few people who have served their time and come out and then decided to get re-elective surgery or have been diagnosed with dysphoria, but I don't know too many people who are active and do. However, right now it's just tweets. There's no plan on actually enforcing this. Stay tuned and we'll watch it together and see where this goes.